right, welcome back to the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day, hosted at the Alachua County Sports and Events Center at Celebration Point in Gainesville. Today's event is broadcast live on FloridaHSFootball.com, including YouTube and Facebook at FloridaHSFootball and X at FLAHSFootball. Next up, we have the Oak Hall Eagles. The Oak Hall Eagles team segment at the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day is brought to you by Spurrier's Gridiron Grill at Celebration Point. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill bring a winning atmosphere and Gainesville's best field-to-fork dining experience. Just like the HBC, our dining experience is unbeatable. From the seating options to the menus to the history, every visit is a memorable one. Check out the menu and more at spurriers.com. So an interesting offseason for Oak Hall. Joined with me is interim head coach Randy Brower. Just talk about this offseason. RJ here steps down. He goes to Union County. You step in as interim head coach. What has this offseason been like for you personally?
Well, I've noticed in 3 weeks I've lost 11 pounds. So the job is pretty, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were really shocked when RJ left. We had no idea that was coming. We wish him all the best. He wanted some more family time, and after going through the last 3 weeks, I understand that he actually may get more family time now as an assistant coach than the head coach. But it was a shock, but we were very glad that the administration did not do an emergency search. We have 7 great coaches that any of us could have been head coach. So we're very fortunate to have a great coaching staff, and so it was an easy transition in that sense.
Yeah. And talk about the players with that transition. RJ had been there for a while, and kind of a sudden departure. How have the players kind of united around that and united around you and your coaching staff?
Well, I think because everybody's been there, and I've been there for 5 years, and some of these kids I coach all year long with training programs. So it wasn't as big of a shift as possible as a lot of programs would have been with a coach leaving. So again, but because there's that consistency of all the other coaches, it's been a very smooth transition.
Gotcha. And talk about some of the players that you brought with you today.
Okay, we'll start at the other end there. Taylor Brown, junior, a running back this year, and also a linebacker. Briggs Copeland, all-state running back, senior. Daniel Grow, senior, who's did great in track this year in the high jump. Aaron's our young guy on the team here, is a junior. He'll be playing all over the place, many positions. And then lastly, Dakota Brower, who also plays a lot of different positions also.
Gotcha. So we'll start with you, Dakota. Just watching you throughout your time at Oak Hall, playing many different positions. How does that help you in your high school career? And just as a football player as a whole, having that versatility to play multiple positions.
Sorry, what's the question?
Just being able to play all over the field, all over offense, defense, special teams. How does that help you as a leader, as a football player, with this program?
It helps me because playing with each position, I'm with different groups every practice, so I'm kind of involved with each position group, and then so I just spend more time with them, and then from that I suppose lead or whatever.
Yeah, and what is your leadership style as the veteran on this team?
I would say just talking to them, telling them what's best to do, what not to do, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Oak Hall has been a staple of consistency throughout North Central Florida. Just talk about how are you guys able to stay so consistent year in and year out with dominating the SSAA?
It's just we always have we're always a team pretty much. So every time we go out there, we always know what we have to do. We stay consistent and we don't stray away from the game plan. If we follow it, we usually do what we're supposed to do.
And talk about the offense this year going forward with Oak Hall. They're usually pretty high-powered. We expect some of the same stuff. Who are some of the guys that we can look out for?
I think it's going to be some of the same stuff, but also we're kind of putting in a different offense as well. And I think it's going to be a lot more fun to watch and a lot more explosive this year.
Gotcha. Okay, so moving down the line, we have Aaron Akins, a defensive back and receiver. This is, Oak Hall is a smaller school in the area. Talk about playing both ways. What is that like for you?
I've played both ways all my life, so it's nothing new to me. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. And going to receiver specifically with Dakota, he's kind of a veteran at his position, very successful at his position. How does that help you as a receiver knowing that you have him in the backfield?
He's a great quarterback, and we have a great connection, so it makes it easy for me, and which is our success.
Yeah, and talk about your strengths as a receiver. Are you a deep threat, kind of a short route kind of guy? What are your strengths in the offense?
I can do a little bit of everything. You could put me pretty much in any spot, and I'll make a playmaker.
Gotcha. And this transition obviously was sudden with Coach Fear leaving. Just talk about the transition for you guys as players, how that happened, and how you guys have rallied together with the current staff.
Coach RJ, he has left us in great hands with Coach Brower and the rest of the coaching staff, and we'll just continue to grow and continue to get better during the off season and going into the season.
Gotcha. And you're a younger guy. The rest of the guys up here are seniors. You're the only junior. So you still have a little bit more time in high school. What are some of the things that you want to work on this upcoming season?
Work on leadership, because I'll be a senior next year as well as a captain. So get the young guys comfortable and things like that.
Gotcha. And we'll keep it moving down the line. Next up, we have Daniel Groh, one of the other seniors listed at tight end, safety, and wide receiver. Let's talk about the Oak defense, because we talked about the offense for two guys. What can we expect out of the Eagles defense this year?
We're going to be very fast. To make up for, lack of size, we're very fast. We're a very fast team. We're going to hit hard, obviously. I'm excited to play defense here.
And where's your comfort on defense? I know you're listed as a strong safety. Do you like playing up a little bit closer to the ball, playing in the back end of the defense? What are your strengths?
I just like playing. I like it all. I like coming up and supporting the run and playing pass as well, looking for a pick.
And as someone who plays both ways, does each kind of help you in a way? For example, as a defensive back, knowing what to expect from receivers, does that help you as a receiver? Or?
Yeah, for sure. It goes both ways. Playing receiver, it helps you play defensive back because, I know what I'm looking for in a receiver, and the other way around. Playing defensive back helps me at receiver because I know how to beat them better. Yeah,
gotcha. And again, another senior guy. It's been a staple of consistency again with this O-Call program. Just talk about your leadership and how you've helped with that consistency throughout the last few years.
I like to focus on the little things. Always tell my guys it's not difficult, it's discipline. Just do the little things right. It's easy.
Gotcha. And we'll keep it moving down the line. Briggs Copeland plays running back. A lot of success in your high school career running the ball. Just talk about your role in the offense this year coming up.
Just making sure every guy knows what they're doing. Like, some younger guys will come up to me and ask what they have to do to play, and I just help them out. I feel like that's important, communication, and letting everybody know what they have to do.
This seems like a very senior-heavy group for Oak this year. In the past years, it's been kind of guys, as younger guys, growing older, and now it's all coming together with a big group of seniors. What are your thoughts on that and how that's going to help Oak this year?
Well, we've been together for so long. We have great connection. Me and Dakota, we've been teammates for so long now that even in passing and routes, the timing has to be perfect, and with such great connection to your entire team, it helps a lot.
And it's almost surreal that high school career is coming to an end with the guys that you've been playing with for a while. How, just your thoughts on that and how you're handling that?
It's bittersweet. I'm obviously sad that I'm going to be leaving these guys, but the future is so exciting to know what lies ahead, and it's cool to know that we're all going to be successful.
Gotcha. And keep it moving down the line. Our final guy, offense, defense. What's your specialty on this team?
I think I bring a lot to the linebacker position for us. It's one of our medium specialties. Our secondary is really good, so. One of our other linebackers, Bear Woolley, he's really good. And then we have Briggs Copeland coming in sometimes. He brings a lot of talent there. So.
And for a team that does have a lot of guys playing both ways, how do you guys stay fresh to be able to, after you guys have a drive on offense, go back out there on defense and get a stop? What are some of the keys to being able to stay fresh and stay on the field like that?
In practice, we put a lot of work in conditioning, and we have our great coach, Randy Brower, over there helping us with all that. He helps us stay healthy and conditioned and ready for everything to come.
And Oak consistently has deep runs in the playoffs. What are some of the things that you guys are working on this year to make an even deeper run?
Well, we've changed a lot offensively. Well, not a lot, but from our loss of Coach Fear, we've changed some of our play style and all that. And then we just keep working at all what we're doing, stay consistent and ready.
Gotcha. And Coach, we'll go back to you to wrap it up. You know, it's been kind of a whirlment of an off season for you guys, but you know what? I guess just going into this upcoming season, what can we expect from Oak Hall? You know, what are some of the changes and some of the things that are kind of staying the same?
I think the big change that people will see is the team speed. We've had so many guys buy into the system now for over a year to train nothing but speed, because we're not the biggest team. We've never been a very big team, but this year we have probably 7 guys on the field at all time that have track speed.
Gotcha.
And 3 years ago we had 0. So that should be a fun equation to watch with those speed guys running all over the place.
And I asked this already, but a very senior-heavy group for Oak Hall, and these guys have been playing as freshmen, sophomore through the year. Now it feels like it's all kind of coming together on the tail end.
Yes.
How does that help you as a head coach who's thrust into the role at the last minute and help this team?
Well, they know what to do. They just, I mean, we could probably just tell them, give them football, go out and play football, and they would probably do a pretty good job. But it is a senior-heavy, intelligent kids, very bright guys. So it's going to be fun watching them. And the coaching staff, they may think we have some really good players, but what we really have is a great coaching staff. I mean, we have 3 or 4 guys that probably should be coaching at the next level in a few years. I mean, they are really, really good.
Awesome. Good to hear. Well, I appreciate you guys all coming out, sitting down and talking with me. Coach, best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Definitely keep an eye on Oak Hall and see how everything goes. Wishing you guys all the luck in the world.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Take care.
This is Coach Steve Spurrier, and I want to let you know that by popular demand, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill's delicious brunch is now served in a premium buffet. You have spoken, we have listened, and we're now serving Gainesville's only elevated buffet, complete with an omelet station, ginger sage chicken sausage, shredded short rib, and of course our chicken and waffles. Plus, you can enjoy bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. So join us every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3 for the best brunch in town.